Hello and welcome to the Steve and Mead review. I'm Steve and this is my special guest John. We just saw The Road starring Viggo Mortensen.
The Road is a movie about a dad and a son heading south. That is the entire plotline.
That's it?
Well, there wasn't much else going on. I mean, there was the mom who died, there was the dad, let's go south.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The reason they went south is because they were living in post-apocalyptic America. I believe there was a nuclear war, and it's basically father and son trying to survive a nuclear winter.
And he keeps telling his son that there's people down there. His son thinks there's people down there. He doesn't have the heart to tell his son the truth. And that's what they're doing. They're going south. And the entire reason that they go south, from the movie's perspective, is that his wife, before she kills herself, tells them to go south. Just take him south.
Yeah, that's because they were not going to be able to survive another winter where they were, which presumably is the northern half of North America. You know, I think Viggo Mortensen does a pretty good job as the father, and the only other real main character is the boy. There are no other main characters in the movie other than the father and son. So really, it's important for them both to be able to perform well, and I think they did a good job.
There were some things that happened in the movie that just didn't make sense to me. A group of guys, approximately 8 men, are chasing a relatively adult, like I'm going to say 17 to mid-20 woman with a small child of some kind. And they're chasing them through this field until they stumble, and then they catch up to them. And now, here's the thing. You've got a woman and a child, you're hungry, you're a group of old men, you catch up to them, and the first thing you do is you kill them. I don't want to sound gross or nothing, but, you know, there's a lot more fun you can have with your food without just outright killing them. Well, I guess that's one of the biggest things about the movie, is that it's hard to talk about the movie without ruining the movie, because literally nothing happened. For 2 hours, 5 major things happened. 5 to 10 major things happened. Otherwise, it was just a bunch of scavenging, running around, and that's it. They would find something that's got to be too good to be true, or the dad loses it for no good reason.
Well, you know, they basically find the perfect setup where it's like you could survive for quite a while.
Yeah,
but instead of staying, they leave, and it's like, why did you do that? Why didn't you just stay? You know.
And there was no reason to leave. The dad just got spooked, and the kid's like, no, I don't want to leave. I want to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere. And what happens? They leave. I kept expecting something to happen like you saw in I Am Legend, where he's got his dog, he loves his dog, everything's going great, and then he loses his dog, and world falls apart. But that never happened.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much focused on the dad, which kind of makes sense. I mean, the kid has no choice but to do whatever his father says and cling to his father the whole time. He can't survive on his own, so he really doesn't have any say in what they do or where they go. So really, it is just about the dad. The wife in the movie was hardly in the book at all, so it feels like there's a lot more of her in the movie than it did in the book, because they pretty much kept every scene with her from the book in the movie, and I think they even expanded on it a little bit. But I just found her to be annoying and pathetic, and I was kind of glad when she was gone. I think this movie was pretty good. I probably would have liked it better if I had not read the book first, because I pretty much knew everything that was going to happen, because the movie follows the book pretty closely. So I'm going to give this movie a C. I think it was pretty good, but it wasn't amazing or anything.
I thought this movie was boring. I thought this movie could have been better. I thought this movie could have explained things better.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I know how the end of the world happened is because he read the book. And I'm gonna give this movie a D.
Yeah, even if you read the book, they don't go into it very much. You kind of have to know what he's talking about to figure it out. And that's one thing that was cool about the book, is they never really try to explain everything. They just tell you what happened, and that was kind of cool in the movie as well, because they don't try to over-explain anything. If you don't get it, then you just don't know why it was happening.
Well, that's something I'd like to know is, in the beginning when he turned on the bathtub,
Mm-hmm.
and they never explained what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
His wife had no idea what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
And I'd be interested to know how many people are intelligent enough to know what he was doing.
Yeah.
There was not enough zombies. How can you have an apocalypse without zombies?